What's up guys, it's here Bayanino or Quadigy, and today I'm just gonna bring you guys pretty much reading off the patch notes in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 with the new update that recently came out, which includes a bunch of stuff, especially regarding weapon nerfs and buffs, and they did a lot within these last 2 weeks to the weapon balancing in this game. So this game is gonna play a little bit different. I wouldn't say it's gonna be too much different, but I'm just here to inform you of what was changed with the update today. So starting off, let's talk about the playlist updates. In the feature playlist, they put in gun game. I tried a couple games of gun game, and I can honestly say it's pretty fun. The only thing I don't like is obviously having to heal yourself after, like, you know, getting into some gunfights. So I want to try and get a quad feed in gun game, but having to reload and heal and everything, actually not really reload, because obviously it's just switching weapons. All I have to do is like heal up. It kind of takes time away from me trying to kill somebody else in a sense. Mercenary Deathmatch mosh pit was added to the feature category. So they took out the objective mercenary mosh pit and put in mercenary deathmatch mosh pit. There's no parties, and it's just TDM and kill confirmed. So I think that's pretty cool for the solo players that don't want to deal with all the sweaty tryhards parties everywhere else. Mercenary Deathmatch Mosh Pit is there for you, and I think that's pretty cool to put in. And now, this one is really nice. They put in Chaos Domination. In this game mode, it's just like regular domination, but it's 6v6. You capture the objectives in 3 seconds. And the game goes up to 300 points max. These games take up to like 20 minutes, more or less. This reminds me of some like Smite type of shit, to be honest. Like, I've never imagined myself being in like a really long game, like 20 to 25 minutes in a Call of Duty game before. But they decided to put Chaos Domination, and just, I love it. I absolutely freaking love it. Just congrats to Treyarch for putting this in the game, because with Chaos Domination, the games last way longer, so you level up your tiers faster. And it's just more XP and more kills all around, which means more fucking fun. This is their way of putting quote-unquote ground war into Black Ops 4. Because 9v9 on these maps, it wouldn't work out. It just wouldn't work out. So in order to mitigate those people that want ground war, they decided to make a 6v6 playlist with an extended amount of time. And honestly, Treyarch, you guys are the fucking best for fucking doing that. That's all I gotta say. Sorry for the cursing, but I'm just really hyped that they put it in the game. I'm gonna be playing that a lot when I'm with my friends, and probably play Deathmatch Mosh Pit when I'm playing solo, for sure. It's really great to play with friends now. Just you know, make some friends, guys. I think that's the hint right now. But if you want to play solo, Mercenary Deathmatch Mosh Pit is right there. Anyways, let's talk about the actual balancing. In the assault rifles, they decided to nerf the ICR. What did they do to the ICR? Reduce headshot damage and slight reduction to reload speed. Honestly, the ICR still got tier. That's all I can really say. The recoil was not managed differently at all. The damage doesn't feel different at all. Everything's just the same. It's just reduced headshot damage, and that's not really that much of a difference in my opinion. The gun is still good. If you're a lover of the ICR before, you're still going to be a lover now. So, they didn't destroy it. It's still good. The Viiper XKG has a reduced close range headshot damage. Damage now falls off sooner. And high caliber has a reduced headshot multiplier, eliminating the possibility of a 3-hit kill. The Viiper is still pretty good in my opinion as well. It's just that if you decide to run a suppressor with it, it's not going to be as effective. I think they know about the whole suppressed Viiper strategy and stuff. So I think that's what they wanted to mitigate, just make the suppressor even more useless in a sense. So now running a suppressor is kind of like a higher risk attachment to put on the gun. Honestly, I think it still melts. I ran into it a couple times today, and it still melted me at times. So it's still a good gun. It's just not as good as before, that's for sure. I can say that for sure. With the SMGs, they buffed some SMGs. They buffed some parts of the SMGs and nerfed other parts. Let's talk about the MX9. The MX9 extended all damage ranges. It just melts faster now from all ranges. So that's nice. What sucks about it is that with high caliber, they reduced the headshot multiplier, eliminating the possibility of a 4-hit kill. So if you used to run high caliber like I do, then you can no longer kill in 4 shots with high caliber. So now I don't know if there's a point in running high caliber. I run it because it helps a lot. I guess maybe at longer ranges it could help because of the extended all damage ranges part. But high caliber is a little less useful for the MX9. I would still recommend it though, but that just kind of sucks. With the core dye, they also extended all damage ranges with the core dye, but they nerfed it in the operator mod. The belt feed operator mod now has an increased overheat rate, so you can't spray as many bullets as you could before. Not sure how big the difference is. It didn't feel that big, to be honest. So the operator mod is still worth running. Run the operator mod instead of extended mags. Run rapid fire and grip, I believe. Whatever it was on my class setup, and the core dye still melts. Do I think the MX9 is better? Yeah, the MX9 feels better. I was playing with it today and I thought it was better. The core dye, I don't know. It was hard to tell. I didn't play with it enough to really tell if it's better or not, so that's up to your opinion. The GKS, the quad shot operator mod, got a nerf because it has a slight time increase in between bursts, so you can't burst it as fast. The SOG 9mm, there's a reduced hipfire accuracy with the dual wield operator mod. I'm pretty sure it's still going to be effective from up close, which is when you should be using it anyway, so, you know, have fun with your spray and pray SMGs out here. With the ABR 233 as an extended damage range, the repeater operator mod now takes longer to accelerate fire rate, so they nerfed the operator mod. The stock has less movement, but laser sight and laser sight 2 gives it increased better hip fire accuracy. So they made this gun stronger, but they made it less faster, I guess you could say. ABR might be better if you're playing a lot slower. That's pretty much what they try to make it, in a sense. The swordfish, they nerfed high caliber, so you can't get a 3-shot kill anymore. And with the pentaburst operator mod, they just removed they reduced the extra clip that you get from having the attachment on. Not sure why that was necessary, but hey, just run that hybrid mag and you could probably like account for that in a sense. With the sniper rifles, they buffed some sniper rifles and they nerfed other parts of sniper rifles. With the paladin, the high caliber 2, it can no longer one-shot a TAC 5 boosted enemy hitting on the lower torso. You know, so if they have like 200 health, you can't one-shot them from the lower torso. FMJ is buffed and Stabilizer 2 is buffed in the sense that it has improved damage against score streaks and players can hold their breath longer after the previous hold breath. I don't really use FMJ 2 or Stabilizer 2, so for me the Paladin it's still the same in a sense. The Outlaw has improved base damage from 110 to 130, reduced idle sway, increased base movement speed, and the stock has a slight increase in ADS movement speed bonus. So the Outlaw was just buffed. It was buffed to hell. It's definitely going to feel a lot better, and I haven't used the Outlaw at all, so can't wait to mess around with it when I try to get a Dark Matter. The SDM sniper rifle was increased clip size from 10 to 12 and has reduced idle sway. Just a straight up buff. The Koshka has increased damage from 120 to 140. That's pretty good. Because now I think if you put high caliber, that's going to help a lot. And yeah, just high caliber 1. And you pretty much get a lot more one-shot kills, which sounds pretty cool to me. And then stock has a slight increase in ADS movement speed bonus. So straight up buffs to the Koshka, SDM, and the Outlaw. The Paladin was pretty much slightly nerfed, but also buffed in other attachments. But yeah, if you're a sniper, be fucking happy. The LMGs, they pretty much got nerfed all across the board. The Titan has reduced headshot damage, reduced hipfire accuracy. Stock has reduced ADS movement speed bonus. They pretty much made it move slower, which kind of sucks, but oh well. It still melted when I was using the Titan. The VKM, reduced movement speed while firing, reduced damage slightly, and the Fat Barrel Operator mod has a reduced bullet tracer size. So that's like a... So instead of the hitbox being as big with the Fat Barrel Operator mod, they made the hitbox a little bit smaller that you got. So, straight up nerf to the VKM. And with the Hades, the Crossbar Operator mod has reduced movement speed and accuracy. That freaking sucks. And then with Steady Grip, it has improved recoil mitigation. So they kind of buffed it with Steady Grip, but they nerfed the Operator mod for the Hades. So if you were an LMG user, I mean, sorry. It sucks that it got nerfed, but the gun is still god tier. or the guns I still got to. I was using the Titan and it still felt good. I'm pretty sure I could say the same for the VKM and the Hades. And then with the pistols, they just did something to the RK7. They did a slight increase to the time between bursts and slight reduction to reload speed. Nothing really crazy there. With the shotguns, they nerfed the choke barrel of the Mark 12. I remember telling you guys that the choke barrel is like a must-have attachment. Well, they reduced the one-hit kill range on the choke barrel. And then, yeah, that's just it with the Mark 12. The SG-12, they're going to reduce the range at which the strobe light interferes with enemy aim. I'm not sure how much that range is going to be, but yeah, that's what goes with that. Here's something I want to point out. The optics in this game, they did something interesting. So the holographic, the dual zoom, and the recon optics, they all have reduced ADS recoil. So you won't have as much recoil using them. But if you're using the ELO sight, it has a slightly increased ADS recoil. So using the ELO has higher recoil. So now people want you to use the holographic, the dual zoom, or the recon. Treyarch wants you to not use the ELO as much, which I thought was really interesting. Okay, now let's move on to the specialists. With the Ajax, the explosives now apply partial damage to the front of a deployed ballistic shield user. So if you throw grenades at a ballistic shield user, known as the Ajax, then he'll take some damage. And then now the ballistic shield now takes longer to earn. I like that because every time after the first round of a domination game, I would run into a ballistic shield and just die. That would piss me off. With Nomad, they reduced the K9 unit health by 10%. Rip dog. With Crash, they reduced the teammate used pack score event from plus 50 to plus 25. So when people pick up your packs, it's only a plus 25 compared to plus 50, which kind of sucks. With Firebreak, they made the Purifier way better, so that's a buff to the Firebreak. With Recon, they reduced the Sensor Dart duration. And yeah, Sensor Dart was just nerfed out here. With Torque, they increased the earn rate for the Barricade and increased the hit points for the Barricade. So if you wanted to get a lot more score using the Barricade, then use the Barricade. That might work out in your favor with the Torque. With Prophet, they made the Tempest better. They greatly increased the Tempest projectile speed, and they slightly increased the Tempest chain distance. So if you want to chain multiple enemies, then it chains a lot easier. So I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know if those changes were necessary, but hey, it's Treyarch, you know what I mean? The most important thing after that, one of the last things I want to mention is that Strike Team no longer counts towards getting a nuke. So that sucks for you guys that haven't gotten your first nuclear. You know, good luck to those of you that want to keep getting nuclears. I'm very, very sorry. But yeah, I think that's all I really got to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. The patch notes are in the description if you want to check them out. I pretty much went over the main points. And yeah, you guys are all freaking amazing. Keep being big freaking ballers. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye. I love you all.